Donald bursts out of bed, grabs his phone, checks the time, and groans loudly. "Already morning?" he mutters, rubbing his face. His body feels heavy, his energy drained before the day even begins. Yet across the kitchen, his neighbor, 20 years older, walks in with a bright smile and steady energy. Donald squints in disbelief. "How is he that energetic this early?" he whispers. The question sits in his mind like a puzzle begging to be solved. Later that morning, Donald finally asks, "What's your secret? You're older, but you move like someone 10 years younger." The older man laughs and taps the table. "It's not a secret," he says calmly. "It's food, and when you eat it." Donald leans closer, curious now. "Most people think staying young requires expensive treatments," the man continues, "but the body simply needs the right fuel at the right time." Donald crosses his arms skeptically. "So, food controls aging? More than you think," the man replies. If that statement surprised you, this is the perfect moment to hit the like button and subscribe, because the foods Donald is about to learn about might completely change how you see your daily meals. The man opens the refrigerator and places eggs on the table. "Start your day with protein," he says. Donald raises an eyebrow. "Just eggs?" "Eggs rebuild your muscles and fuel your brain," the man explains. "Morning is when your body needs strength." Donald takes a bite slowly, thinking. Then the man slides another bowl across the table. "Oatmeal. This keeps your energy steady," he says. "No sugar crashes." Donald scoops a spoonful and nods slowly. Then something colorful lands on top of the oats. Berries. Donald frowns slightly. "Those tiny fruits?" The man smiles. "Those tiny fruits are packed with antioxidants that fight the damage that ages your body." Donald pauses mid-bite. "So, breakfast can actually slow aging?" "Exactly," the man replies. Hours later, around mid-morning, Donald feels hunger creeping in. His hand reaches automatically toward a bag of chips on the counter. "Stop," the man says suddenly. Donald freezes. "What?" Instead, the man places a small handful of almonds and walnuts in front of him. "Nuts protect the heart and brain," he explains. "Eat them between breakfast and lunch and your energy stays stable." Donald chews slowly. "So, snacks can actually help your health?" he asks. "If they're the right snacks," the man replies. Donald leans back, surprised by how simple the strategy sounds. By lunchtime, Donald expects something ordinary, but the man prepares a plate filled with vegetables. Spinach, carrots, peppers, broccoli. Donald laughs. "That looks like a garden." "That's the point," the man answers calmly. "Every color fights different types of damage inside your body." Donald stares at the plate. Then the man places grilled fish beside the vegetables. "Fish again?" Donald asks. "This fish contains omega-3, the man explains. It protects your brain and heart." Donald takes a bite and suddenly notices something surprising. Instead of feeling sleepy after lunch, his body feels energized. "Wait," Donald says slowly. "I usually feel tired after eating." "Because most people eat the wrong foods," the man answers. Donald nods thoughtfully. If you're learning something useful already, drop a comment below telling us your favorite healthy food. Donald's next discovery will surprise you even more. Later in the afternoon, Donald begins craving coffee and sugar like he always does. His energy dips slightly. The man watches him carefully. "You're about to make the mistake most people make," he says. Donald sighs. "So what now?" The man pours a warm cup of green tea. "This helps your body fight internal damage and keeps your metabolism active." Donald sips cautiously. His eyes widen slightly. "Okay, this actually works." The man nods quietly. Then comes the moment Donald never expected. The man places a small piece of dark chocolate on the table. Donald bursts out laughing. "Chocolate? Now that's the best advice all day." But the man shakes his head. "Not candy chocolate. Dark chocolate." Donald takes a bite slowly. "Believe it or not," the man continues, "this improves blood flow and helps your heart." Donald leans back in his chair. "So, healthy eating isn't about suffering?" he says. "Exactly," the man replies. As evening approaches, Donald expects a heavy dinner like he normally eats. Rice, fried foods, large portions. Instead, the man prepares something lighter. Grilled chicken, vegetables, and avocado. Donald stares at the plate. That's dinner? Yes, the man replies calmly. Donald looks confused. Why eat less at night? The man leans forward. Because night is when your body repairs itself. Donald pauses, thinking. If you eat heavy meals late, the man continues, your body stays busy digesting instead of healing. Donald slowly takes a bite. Suddenly, the pattern becomes clear. Eggs and oats for morning energy, nuts mid-morning for stability, vegetables and fish at lunch for repair, green tea and dark chocolate for afternoon support, light dinners for nighttime recovery. Every meal has a purpose. Every time matters. Donald shakes his head in disbelief. So, the secret to staying young is just eating smart? The man smiles. Eating smart and being consistent. Later that night, Donald prepares for sleep. Instead of feeling heavy and sluggish like usual, he feels calm and light. His mind feels clearer. His body feels relaxed. The next morning, Donald wakes up earlier than usual. He stretches and smiles. For the first time in a long while, he feels energized before the day even starts. He whispers to himself, "So this is how people stay healthy." Now imagine doing this every day for 30 days. Imagine your energy increasing, your focus sharpening, your body slowly becoming stronger instead of weaker. That is the real power of food. Now the question turns to you. Which of these foods will you start adding to your routine today? Drop your answer in the comments below, because your response might inspire someone else to start their health journey. If this story helped you learn something valuable, make sure you like the video so more people can discover these powerful habits. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing stories about health, food, and habits that can transform your daily life. Because the truth is simple. The path to staying young, strong, and healthy might already be sitting right inside your kitchen.
Donald grabs the refrigerator door the next morning and pauses. His hand hovers over the usual sugary drink he always takes before work. For a moment, he hesitates. Then he slowly pushes it aside. Not today, he whispers to himself. Instead, he cracks 2 eggs into a pan. The smell fills the kitchen as he cooks them carefully. He places them beside a bowl of oatmeal and adds fresh berries on top. He stares at the plate for a second and shakes his head in disbelief. I never thought breakfast could look like this, he says quietly. But something interesting happens. After eating, he waits for the usual heavy feeling he normally gets in the morning. It never comes. Instead, his mind feels sharp. His body feels steady. He checks the clock. This is strange, he mutters. Hours pass. Normally, by mid-morning, Donald would already be hunting for sugary snacks. His energy would crash hard. But today, something is different. When the hunger finally comes, he remembers the advice. He grabs a handful of almonds and walnuts. Crunch, crunch, crunch. 10 minutes later, he notices something surprising. No crash, he says out loud. The realization begins to excite him. If this simple habit is already helping him, what else could change? If you're still watching right now, this is a perfect moment to hit the like button, because what Donald experiences next proves something powerful about food timing. Lunchtime arrives. Donald walks into the kitchen, determined to follow the plan again. He prepares a colorful plate of vegetables, spinach, carrots, broccoli, and peppers. Then he adds grilled fish. He looks down at the meal and laughs. A week ago, I would have ordered fast food, he says. He sits down and begins eating. 20 minutes later, he pushes the plate away and leans back in his chair. Usually, lunch makes him sleepy, but today, his energy feels stable. His brain feels focused. Okay, this is real, he whispers. The afternoon arrives, and with it comes the most dangerous moment of the day, the craving for sugar and caffeine. Donald walks past the snack cabinet and stops. His eyes lock onto the cookies inside. For a moment, the old habit almost wins. Then he remembers. Green tea. He boils water and pours himself a cup. Steam rises slowly as he takes a careful sip. A few minutes later, he notices something unexpected. The fog in his mind disappears. His energy rises gently. He nods slowly. Maybe that old man really knew what he was talking about. Then he remembers the most surprising food of all: dark chocolate. He opens the drawer and breaks off a small piece. This still feels illegal, he jokes to himself. But as he eats it, he remembers the explanation: healthy flavonoids that support the heart and improve blood flow. Suddenly, healthy eating feels less like punishment and more like strategy. Hours later, evening approaches. Donald used to eat his biggest meal late at night. Fried food, heavy portions, and sugary drinks. Tonight, he does something different. He prepares grilled chicken, vegetables, and slices of avocado. He looks at the plate. This is much lighter than usual, he says, but he eats it slowly. When he finishes, something important happens. His stomach doesn't feel overloaded. His body feels relaxed. And 3 hours later, when he lies down to sleep, he realizes something shocking. His body feels calm instead of restless. His breathing feels steady. Sleep comes faster than usual. The next morning, Donald wakes up before his alarm even rings. He sits up in bed and pauses. For the first time in months, he feels refreshed. He laughs softly. So the secret wasn't hidden in expensive pills or miracle diets. It was simple habits, repeated daily. Eggs and oats in the morning, nuts before lunch, colorful vegetables and fish during the day, green tea and dark chocolate for the afternoon, light dinners to allow the body to repair at night. Consistency begins transforming his body. Slowly, days turn into weeks. His energy improves. His focus sharpens. Even his skin looks healthier. Friends begin noticing. What are you doing differently? One asks. Donald smiles. Just eating smarter. And eating at the right time. Now imagine what would happen if you followed this same routine for 30 days. Imagine waking up with more energy. Imagine your body feeling lighter and stronger. Imagine your mind becoming sharper every day. That is the power of the right foods at the right time. So now the question turns to you. Which of these foods will you start eating more often? Eggs? Berries? Nuts? Fish? Green tea? Drop your answer in the comments, because your choice might inspire someone else to start their own healthy routine today. If this story helped you understand how powerful food timing can be, make sure you like the video so more people can discover these simple habits. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next story might reveal another life-changing secret hiding in your everyday routine. Because the truth is simple. Staying young and healthy isn't about complicated solutions. Sometimes it begins with something as small as what you put on your plate, and when you decide to eat it.